And if you can introduce yourself to our viewers, that would be great.
Hi, I'm Krista White.
And Krista, as an author and writer, the first questions our viewers want answered is what inspired you to be a writer?
So I had not really written anything in my teens except for school assignments. But when I was 20 years old, I was watching a talk show, a roundtable talk show on TV, and the person who was supposed to be representing my demographic had a view that was not mine. And I felt this deep, sudden urge out of nowhere to write. Previously, I had been deeply devoted figure skater, and as a new mom, I had not found an artistic outlet to replace that yet. But thinking of writing, especially in nonfiction, I mean, I was a certified figure skating coach, but I didn't have a university degree. And like, who would listen to me? I didn't listen to me. So I didn't know what to do with that urge. Uh, so I shelved it. Time passed, and I found myself as an executive recruiter writing an article on the industry, and it got picked up by the websites of the Boston Globe and the San Francisco Chronicle. And I was like, okay, I must have something to say, and maybe I can write. So not long after that, I thought of how can I transfer this urge into something, and then I considered fiction, and then I got a clear vision of how I could have a real purpose for writing through fiction, and that was 7 years ago, and I have not stopped writing since.
That's fantastic. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. So, what kind of stories do you like to tell?
So my genre of choice is book club fiction. So there's like stories that make you think. They tend to delve into gray areas that explore ambiguous topics, like perspectives like something like that a book club would ruminate over and kind of, debate the merit of certain arguments. So I love reading that stuff, but everything I write has a love story element to it because I'm a romantic and I can't help it.
That's awesome. And can you tell me what you're working on right now?
Sure. I'm working on two projects. One of them is out with beta readers, and it's a story of a gifted figure skater who chokes under the pressure of competition, and she's making one last bid for Olympic gold while skirting a forbidden romance with her new coach. So that's kind of exploring toxic competitiveness and how it's inevitable in really high stakes competitions like figure skating. Um, I the other project I'm working on is more in the research phase, and it's another marriage in crisis trope from my book that got published. Was also The Birdcage was also a marriage in crisis. This one was wildly inspired by Graham Greene's The End of the Affair. It's a classic. I don't know if anyone else has read. I've never read another book like it, and I'm kind of crossing that with Tell Me Everything by Elizabeth Strout. So it's going to
Ah,
be between um, uh, a married man and a married woman who meet while serving on a library board, and the struggle that happens
oh,
in as their marriages are in crisis, both of them. So, yeah,
that sounds
that's
like
that.
great character development. Good for you.
Thank you.
And what advice do you have for aspiring writers? Because it sounds like you definitely were one at one point.
Yes. Yeah. I think I'm deeply involved in the writing community, so I feel like I've heard a lot of the different struggles that people face, and I guess my one thing that I feel so strongly about is like if you have a burning desire to write, do it. Like if it feeds your soul, make it happen somehow. Like prioritize it. Like love the work of it. But if you don't having a burning desire to write, like don't write. Like it's okay. Like it's a hard business. I think writing can be hard in that often you have to dig deeply into somewhat traumatic feelings that you might have had or experiences that you've had. You know, it's not for everyone, and if you want to be published, you are going to suffer a lot of rejection. It is very hard. So it's okay to be like, this is not for me. But if you love it, like, do it, because I don't know of anything more rewarding. And like, if it makes you whole, like, fiercely protect it. Protect this love at like whatever cost that may incur.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for giving some of the folks that are attending Calling Word today a little insight into your world. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Patricia. Glad to be part of this great, really great literary festival.
Thank you.
Thank you.